Turkish Mauser. This is a model 1893/38. Not in the original 7.65. This is 8mm. The conversion was done in 1939. There was no using 7.65 by then. And this one is actually a matching number. You don't see that too often with these 1893s. Now I have a well-known soft spot for Turk Mausers, and I pick them up every now and then. This is another one. I have 3 or 4 1893s and numerous KKLs and other ones. Turk Mausers are nice. They shoot nice. They've got the right look to them. I mean, when you get tired of the endless stream of Soviet refurbs, you look at something like this and it reminds you what a military surplus rifle is supposed to look like. You can see it right there in that stock. And it's little dings and dents, but still rock solid. Obviously that sling is not Turkish. That's one of mine I put on there. That's a US sling off of one of my M16s, or AR-15s rather. Now the 1893 is not the strongest action in the world, but it's more than adequate for the 8mm. You can see the little cutout they had to make there to allow the pointed Spitzer bullet, the longer bullet, to fit into the magazine. I remember when these things used to sell for about $40. Now they're pushing $200. So I guess people are gaining more respect for Turkish Mausers. I mean, look how smooth that bolt is. I mean, you gotta love that. I'm doing it with one hand, you know? That's a little harder to force it back in. Like, well. There we go. Cocked and locked, and a fairly decent trigger. I wish more of the Soviet refurbs had triggers like that. Now, these rifles were originally made in Germany. It's a German receiver on there. Years later, the Turks did manufacture their own, but that wasn't until the 1940s with the KKLs, using Czechoslovakian machinery. And all over it, you see them little crescent moons. See if I can find one to show you here. Oh, there's one on the bolt knob. It's a little hard to see. And there's another one right there. Oh, there it is. Nicely oil finished stock, and no cracks in this one. Sometimes these rifles can be a little abused. I mean, they did see a lot of service. Not really much in the way of war, but they got pounded pretty good. And of course, anybody that bought Turks back when I did probably bought a lot of ammunition too. And why not, considering it was only 3 cents a round? I mean, look at those beautiful stripper clips. Not all Turkish stripper clips are good. There's 2 different kinds. There's this one, which is a 3-piece clip. And there's a piece of crap 1-piece clip I do not have a sample of here. But it was a real piece of shit, trust me. These are the good ones. These are the ones they made before the war. And I tend to take all of those single clips off, throw them away, and put them on the older clips since I have a good supply of them. And you can see the Turkish markings, 1944, Crescent Moon, 7.92. It's good ammunition, but it's hot. It's a little on the hot side as far as 8mm goes. Mild steel or copper nickel covering on that bullet. I believe this is mild steel actually. Bought thousands and thousands of rounds of this, and I had a hell of a good time shooting a lot of Turkish Mausers. And as you can see, a Mosin ammo pouch works very well for holding 8mm stripper clips. It's not just for Mosins. Well, that's your look at one of my 1893 Mausers. Oh, I wanted to show the pitting here. Look at that. That rifle's seen some action somewhere. Now, mind you, these 1893s, when they were still 7.65s, were used at places like Gallipoli. where there was some pretty damn savage fighting going on. So they're not exactly virgins to war. I mean, they've been there, just in a different guise. God knows how that pitting got there, but it's there. Could have been lying in a trench someplace, or maybe somebody's blood splattered all over it. Who knows? In the 1930s, the Turks rebuilt all of these rifles, made them to a similar pattern to each other. The pattern 1938, as it's sometimes called. All with similar stocks, bolts, and so forth. And that's the Turk for today.